morning students, welcome to all of you. In the previous video we already discussed about the classification of elements in a S, P, D and F blocks. In this video I am going to explain another one concept, and that first one, some advantages of periodic table. Advantages of periodic table. In advantages of periodic table in the download order. Smith, in that first point, it clearly divides. It means periodic table. It clearly divides the S, or it clearly divides the elements into S, P, D and in F blocks. As what is the first point? It clearly divides the elements into S, P, D and F. Students, you already know, in presence of periodic table, there are 4 types of blocks are present. What are those? S block, P block, D and F block elements. ಈ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಕ್ರಮಬದ್ಧವಾಗಿ ಜೋಡಣೆ ಮಾಡಕ ನಮಗೆ periodic table ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Next, second point. It helps to predict. It means periodic table. It helps to predict the position of. It helps to predict the position of particular element. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಈಗ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟು ಅದರ ಸ್ಥಾನ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಾಗ ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ periodic table ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ 1 ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಯಾವುದು? periodic table. Next, and it also helps to predict. It also helps to predict the property of elements. ಇದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು? ಇವತ್ತು periodic table ನಮಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it helps to predict the property of element. ಈಗ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ, ಪೊಟ್ಯಾಷಿಯಂ, ಲಿಥಿಯಂ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಅದಾವ, ಹೌದಾ? ಅವು highly reactive. No, group 1 elements are highly reactive elements. You know that point. ಇದು ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು? ಇವಾಗ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ನಮಗೆ periodic table ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, another one point. Remember students, noble gases are present at end of the periodic table. It shows the completion of S and P block elements. S and P block elements. ನೋಡಿ, ಗೊತ್ತದ ನೋಬಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 18 ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಅದಾವ? ಈ ಅಂದ್ರೆ periodic table ಅಂತ ಕೊನೆಯ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾವ. ಅವು ಯಾಕೆ ಕೊನೆಯ ಭಾಗದಾಗ ಅದಾವ? Because they are having octet configuration. ಹೊರತೋರಿಸಿದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಕ್ಕೆ 8 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಅಷ್ಟಕ ನಿಯಮಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲಿ, ಹೌದಾ? ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಏನು ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತದೆ? ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪಿ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್. ಎಸ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಡಿ ಟು ಪಿ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ಫಿಫ್ತ್ ಒನ್, the group number itself shows the number of valence electrons in an element. Number of valence electrons. Valence electrons in an element. Yes, so this is the big point. Group number itself shows the number of valence electrons in an element. If we take an example, group 1 elements, it contains 1 valence electron. Group 2 elements contain 2 valence electrons. Group 3 elements contain 3 valence electrons. Similarly, group 18 elements contain 8 valence electrons. Group 17 elements contain 7 valence electrons. Like that. Yes, these are some advantages of the periodic table. Okay, students, now we will see some important definitions. There are some important definitions. Okay, so in presence of some important definitions, first one I take atomic radius. What is atomic radius? Remember students, among these definitions, one is compulsory for your annual examination for 1 mark. Therefore, observe carefully and remember the particular definition. Students, what is atomic radius? It is the distance between the center of the nucleus to the outermost electron. Outermost electron or valence electron. Yes, see once again, what is atomic radius? It is the distance between the center of the nucleus to the outermost electron of an atom. Outermost electron of an atom. See here, students, you know, when you come to the point of a particular atom, there is a nucleus with a positive charge and it contains the first cell here. Next, it contains number of cells, means second cell, third cell, etc. Now the point is, what is atomic radius? ಈಗ ನಾವು ಡೌಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ atomic radius. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is the distance between the center of the nucleus and the outermost electron. Yes, ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು electron ಐತಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹೌದಾ? The distance between the center of the nucleus and the outermost electron is called radius. It's called atomic radius. Now simply you can write like this. Here, this is the atomic radius. Distance between the nucleus and outermost electron is called atomic radius. Yes, this one is the first important definition. That is atomic radius, the distance between the center of the nucleus to the outermost electron of an atom. In presence of atomic radius, there are different types. In that, another one, covalent radius. Covalent radius, very important definition for 1 mark. What is covalent radius? Then you write answer like this. Covalent radius, it is defined as the half of the distance between the nuclei nuclei of an or nuclei of two identical atoms. Nuclei of two identical atoms which are joined with a single covalent bond. Single covalent bond. It means covalent radius is defined as the half of the distance between the nuclei of two identical atoms which are joined with a single covalent bond in a molecule. Is called covalent radius. Yes, this is one very important definition. For 1 mark it may be asked in the annual examination. Please remember this. This is all important. By part ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. It is defined as the half of the distance between the nuclei of two identical atoms which are joined with a single covalent bond in a molecule. This is called covalent radius. Sir, this is an example in the model. Friends, here I take one hydrogen. Yes, hydrogen atom. There is a nucleus with a positive charge, and hydrogen contain one valence electron or one electron. Here I take another hydrogen. Here hydrogen atom with one electron, because in definition I already write the two identical atoms. I take two identical ಅಂದ್ರೆ same. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಸೇಮ್ atom ಅನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡಿದೆ. ಯಾವುದು? ಇದೊಂದು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್, ಇದೊಂದು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್. Students, you know when the covalent bond is formed due to the sharing of electron. ಪರಸ್ಪರ ಎಟಮ್ಗಳು ತಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ? ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ? ಕೋವೆಲೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತದ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಈ ಆಟಮ್ ಇದ್ದು, ಈ ಆಟಮ್ ದಾಗ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಪರಸ್ಪರ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ? ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾವ. ಅವಾಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರೀತೇನೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಈ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಈ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಎರಡು ಏನದಾವ ಇದಕ್ಕಂತ ಬರಾಕತ್ತಾವ, ಹೌದಾ? ಎಸ್, here the nucleus of this hydrogen, here nucleus of this hydrogen. ಈಗ ಈ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರೋ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಅದು, ಹೌದಾ? ಎಸ್, ಬಟ್ ನೌ the covalent radius is, it is half of the distance between the two nuclei of two identical atoms. Nuclei of two identical atoms. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಈ ಕಂಡುಬರತಕ್ಕ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ಈ ತರ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಎಸ್, ಸಿ, ಈಗ ಇದನ್ನ ಈ ತರ ಈ ಕಲರ್ ಚಾಪೀಸ್ ಇಂದ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಈ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಕಂಡುಬರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇಷ್ಟೇ. ಇದು ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ದೀಗ? ಕೋವೆಲೆಂಟ್ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್. ದಟ್ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿ CR, ಕೋವೆಲೆಂಟ್ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ CR. ಇದು ಒಂದು, ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಏನಿದೆ? ಇದು ಕೂಡ CR ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೋವೆಲೆಂಟ್ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ half of the distance between the nuclei of two identical atoms. Two identical atoms which are joined with a single covalent bond in a molecule. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಒಂದು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಅಂತಿದೆ. ಈಗ ಎರಡು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಕೂಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನಾಗೈತಿ? ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. Remember, when the atoms are combined, there is a formation of molecule. Hydrogen ಕೂಡ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗಿರ್ತದ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್. H2 ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, H2 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್. Yes, it is the distance between the nuclei of two identical atoms which are joined with a single covalent bond. If you take an example, the bond length of Cl2 molecule is 198 picometer. This is theoretical concept. Bond length of Cl2 molecule is 198 picometer. Remember, this one, you know, if you take this one as R1 and this one is R2. R1 plus R2 is the total bond length. Is it right? Yes. If you take an example, bond length of Cl2 is 198 picometer, then covalent radius is it's half of the distance now. Yes, therefore 198 divided by 2 equal to 99 picometer. Yes, it's 99 picometer. Yes, remember definition only, it is very important. Next one, metallic radius. Metallic radius. Okay, students, just I change the definition. It is slightly different than covalent radius. I change the points only here. It is defined as half of the distance between the nuclei of two. Instead of identical atoms, I take two metal atoms. Metal atoms. Metal atoms presenting yes, metal atoms present in metallic crystal is called metallic radius. Yes, see once again the definition of metallic radius. It is defined as half of the distance between the nuclei of two metal atoms present in a metallic crystal is called metallic radius. Students, if you take an example, over here I take one sodium metal. Sodium metal. Is it right? Yes. Sodium metal. And here another sodium metal. The distance between these two nuclei is constant. Is it right? But this is the half of the distance between two metal atoms. What is that? Metallic radius. This one is the metallic radius. I take this one as metallic radius. It is defined as half of the distance between the nuclei of two metal atoms. Metallic radius and ಎರಡು ಮೆಟಲ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೈಗಳ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಅರ್ಥವನ್ನು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. Next, another one, definition, third point, van der Waals. Van der Waals radius. Yes, how you define this? Van der Waals radius. Remember, it is half of the distance between two adjacent atoms. That is the half of the distance between two adjacent atoms of covalently bonded molecules. Yes, next, van der Waals radius is defined as it is the half of the distance between two adjacent atoms of covalently bonded molecules. ಇದನ್ನ ಈ ತರ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೇಗೆ? You know, when the molecules are formed, when the atoms are combined, then only the molecules are formed. Is it right? Yes, here I take one molecule. Yes, here I take one molecule, and here also another molecule. Yes, here there is a molecule A and here molecule B. Yes, there is a bond or covalent bond present between the atoms of this molecule with this molecule, and half of that distance. Yes, here the half of the distance between the two adjacent atoms of covalent bonded molecules. This is called, I write this one as VR, means van der Waals radius. This is the total bond length, but half of that one is, if it is present in bonded molecules, then it is van der Waals or van der Waals radius. This one is VR. Right? Yes. Remember the definition? It is a half of the distance between two adjacent atoms of a covalently bonded molecule. Okay students, these are some important definition points, very helpful for your annual examination. Next video we will discuss next concept. Thank you.